Okay, so today I've got this weird Czechoslovakian NBC Hood thing to show you. Now, some of you said when I was wearing this in a stream it looks like some sort of medieval peasant's head gown kind of thing, and I think you're right, but... So, this is from communist Czechoslovakia, and as you can see there's the Czech markings in it. So, it says S58, and then it's free, and it says 1961, I think that is. And it says 361 there. So I guess it's either made in March 1961 or it's a size 3, or maybe that's saying it's a small and it's item number 58, or like model number 58. So, according to the seller, who sells a lot of surplus stuff, this is designed to be worn as something that basically works as a gas mask, like it's an NBC hood, but is it really? We'll find out, maybe. So, the idea of this, I guess, is, let me just take this off and show you some of it. It's got a few buttons on it, and it's got a few layers. So you have a layer that goes around your neck, the first layer here, and then you've got the second button up layer, which I guess is the one for the actual thing. Now this is actually quite difficult to button up, because like lots of surplus that's never been used, the buttonholes tend to be smaller than the buttons themselves, and because it's quite fiddly trying to put this on while you've got a mask on, it's a bit difficult. So let's demonstrate it with a GP5M, because although I don't think Czechoslovakia used GP5s and, you know, SHM series masks, it's a Warsaw Pact thing, so, you know. So the idea is that you'd have your mask on, and then you'd get the hood. The hood would go on like that, and then you'd try and get these done up, which is, as I said, the difficult thing if you were trying to do it on yourself. So I guess that would go round there like that, and then I need to try and find, that's where a buttonhole is, and there's a button. So, let's put that through there. Okay, so that's done up very poorly on my part. Oh, there's another buttonhole. So let's see if I can get this one through. There we go. Right, so that's done up very poorly on my part, but it is actually around it, and it seems to have made a proper seal with the mask, as you can see. So I think the idea behind this is basically that it gives you better coverage with a gas mask on, but it's not like a full NBC gear thing. Now, what I'm going to do in a minute is test, will water actually go through this hood, because that's what I'm interested in. Because obviously, this sort of hood is not going to be very useful if water can penetrate it, and it feels to me like a sort of cotton type material. So, you know, that certainly wouldn't be good for that, but whether or not this is meant to go over the mask like so, and then you're meant to wear an NBC suit over all that, I don't know. Maybe it's just designed to protect you from alpha radiation and maybe cut down the amount of beta radiation that can penetrate it. I really don't know. So that's what we're going to try and find out on this video. So, that's all there really is to the hood. I actually quite like it. It is sort of a coif kind of thing. As you can see, it goes around the back as well. So if you're wearing a field uniform, that would, you know, be compatible with the field uniform. I'll tell you what I'll do. As I've got a Czechoslovakian military coat, I'll put that on and we'll see if this kind of, you know, goes onto the coat all right. It doesn't really connect to anything, but, you know, just will it overlap the Czech military coat? Let's find out. So, if I just tilt the camera down a bit, here is the really cool sort of needle pattern Czechoslovakian coat, which has that cool infrared design on it. So if you have an IR spotter kind of lamp, this will actually, you know, protect you from that. So let's try it like this. We'll have the hood on here, and then we'll do the coat up underneath the hood. So let me just do the top button up. Oh, the one below the top button, then we'll do the collar button up. So that's that, and then there's that. Yeah, so that actually works pretty well with that. At least doing it this way. Now, I'd actually do it the other way personally, because having the collar here means that liquids running down the hood could run into the collar, so that's not ideal. But that does look pretty cool if you wanted to do it as a sort of Halloween costume or something. It seems the Czech winter coats actually do, you know, go compatible with this, and it doesn't, you know, break the sort of seal. But yeah, what let's see now is, can I roll this up, get the coat done up underneath it, and then get this back down again. So let's get that top button done up. There we go. Then get that down, and yeah, that looks like that works as well. So yeah, that would be how I actually think you would be meant to wear this if you were doing it with a sort of coat, is just to go over the collar of your coat with this hood. So it if I turn around, as you can see, should hopefully be covering the collar up. So I think the idea is that, you know, this is going to give you better ear and neck protection and everything. Maybe you could then put your helmet on over the top if, you know, there was a sort of gas attack in that regard, because it does seem like it actually does protect your chin, because some of these things don't really connect to the chin bit. But there's my chin, and with this done up, yeah, it does seem that it's covering the bottom of my chin. So now let's take the mask off and everything, and what I want to see now is this material waterproof, or at least water resistant? So, you know, would it protect you from blister agents and things like that touching your skin? Now, this seems like this hood will work with pretty much any mask where the filter attaches either here or here. It seems to work with my French M51. I've not tried it with the Czechoslovakian CM3 mask, but I'm assuming it would work fine with the CM3. I'll tell you what I'll do now is I'll get the Czechoslovakian CM3 mask out, because that's actually a Czech mask, and we'll see if it works with that, because, you know, it's a Czech hood, so it probably should work with Czechoslovakian equipment. Okay, so here's the Czech CM3 mask. Let's get this on. We'll put the neck strap on first. There we go. Right, now let's put this on. I'm not going to bother with the filter, but... Okay, that's this on. Now, let's try this. So, that's that bit. Do the bit across the neck. Then do the top layer. So that goes over like that. Then this stretches over. Is it easier to do the bottom button first? I think it was last time. So let's see. Does that go through there? There we go. And then see if we can get this top one in place again. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Probably wouldn't recommend this if you're a claustrophobic person. Now, there is a bit of a gap there between that and my chin, but it might be possible to, you know, move this around a bit and get that all tightened up. But, yeah, it seems to work on this one as well, with, you know, how it's meant to look. So, yeah, that's good. So anyway, yeah, it seems to work with most of the Czech masks. I do not think, though, this would fit on the M10 or the M10M. I get the idea this was for older Czechoslovakian masks. And this is fogging up horribly now, so let me get this back off. At least you don't get trapped in it. It does seem to unbutton reasonably well. At least, right, there we go. So, let's now do a waterproof test on it, or water resistance test, and see can water penetrate this hood, because that's what I'm interested in. Right, time for the water test, which should be pretty straightforward. All I'm going to do is get the hood, turn the tap on, and see, will water actually penetrate the hood? Oh no, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. See that? I don't know if that will completely hold up, but that's doing what it basically should be doing, which is water runs off of it, you know, rather than soaking through. So let's just turn the tap up a bit more. I imagine this will be one of those things where eventually it will start getting really wet, but... Right, let's now turn that off and have a look at what's happened. So, that outer layer is wet. The inner layer is fairly dry, so this is quite clever. And yeah, that back layer is pretty dry. It's not totally dry. But yeah, so this would basically work for its intended purpose. So the idea with this obviously is that, so you can see that's the damp side there. The idea is that it takes a long time for water to penetrate this, and that side is still fairly dry. And then you've got that underlayer as well with a lot of it. So yeah, this would definitely lower the amount of alpha, well, completely stop alpha radiation, probably lower the amount of beta radiation that would get through. And yeah, it seems to stop chemicals getting through. So unless you were continuously exposed to a cloud of something, a bit of nerve agent splashing this or mustard gas or something, that would stick on the outside or roll off rather than actually soaking through. So yeah, this is obviously a treated fabric, although it just looks like it's some sort of cotton. The water doesn't get through. So yeah, this might even be quite good if you just wanted to put this on your head, like I was doing at the beginning of the video, without a gas mask with it, or anything like that, just simply so you could, in the rain or windy weather, keep your ears and head dry. Yeah, surprisingly good, you know, it's a bit of surplus under £10, a Czechoslovakian NBC Hood. Surprisingly good actually, better than I thought it would be.